Identifiers and keywords. Identifiers in Nim can be any string of letters, digits, and underscores, with the following restrictions: any string of letters, digits, and underscore. Okay, so no other characters. So they need to begin with a letter, they do not end with an underscore, and 2 immediate following underscores are not allowed. Okay, I guess there are reasons for this. Okay, so basically identifiers could be, just don't put weird stuff in it and always start with a letter and you're good. Okay, and just avoid underscores unless it's just one and not at the end. That's that. Currently, any Unicode character with an ordinal value of larger than 127 as a non-ASCII is classified as a letter and may thus be part of an identifier, but later versions of the language may assign some Unicode characters to belong to the operator characters instead. So the following keywords are reserved and cannot be used as identifiers. So there's plenty of them. Identifier equality. 2 identifiers are considered equal if the following algorithm returns true. And identifiers in this case is basically something that we named, like a proc or type or variable name, operator, which is basically a proc. So we have same identifier, A and B as string. So if they are both, if the first letter is exactly the same, okay, and later replace all the underscores with nothing, so it just completely ignores underscores, and to lower case, okay, so that's it. Okay, so this is super awesome. That means only the first letters are compared in a case-sensitive manner. Other letters are compared case-insensitively within the ASCII range, and underscores are ignored. Exactly. That's the crazy part. We already went over that. This, a rather unorthodox way to identify comparisons, is called partial case insensitivity and has some advantages over the conventional case sensitivity. It allows programmers to mostly use their own preferred spelling style, be it Hum style or Snake style, and libraries written by different programmers cannot use incompatible conventions. A Nim Manual editor or IDE can show the identifiers as preferred. There's none of that yet. I guess here's a challenge, right? Another advantage is that it frees the programmer from remembering the exact spelling of an identifier. The exception with respect to the first letter allows common code like var foo to be parsed unambiguously. Yeah, because types are supposed to start with a capital letter. Note that this rule also applies to keywords, meaning that not in is the same as not in. Oh, that's crazy. And not in, a lowercase version. Not in is not is preferred way of writing keywords. Historically, Nim was a fully style insensitive language. This means that it was not case sensitive and underscores were ignored. There was not even a distinction between foo and foo. Okay, wow. So this part here, the additional thing about it is that it treats emojis in an ASCII way, which means that each emoji is made of several symbols, and therefore it's possible to just have emojis as parts of your names or as full whatever names. So, if we want to have some code, we can easily do, let's do something simple. Type person is object. Okay, what do they have? Hand, and that will be an integer, right? And because of that, we can actually do even crazier stuff. Let's make type number is integer. Okay, we just made an alias for it. And we can say that hand is of type this. How many hands? Let's do the same thing with something like a leg. Okay, how many legs? So if we have that, we can actually do var with a name like this emoji. I can probably make it a little larger to make it even easier on stream with tiny emojis. So this will be the variable name of type person, in this case, is, and we create new person with 1 hand and 2 legs. Okay, I want to push it a little bit more. Constant, just writing things like that is very confusing. let's just define it as a type because I guess it needs that. Is this. And then we're gonna have 2 is that. Why doesn't like it? Without indentation. I guess that emoji is just wrong. If I would use this one's fine. Okay. It's just number emojis are weird, I guess. 2. There's something with 2. Oh dear God. Yeah. The hour 2 will be this. And if we'll do 1, hour 1 is this. So even worse. There you go. Save. Run. And we got response 1 because that person has 1 hand. And yeah, you can write a lot like that. And you can make, I don't know, ABC, okay, while this will be ABC, while this will be A_B_C, and it also works because these are all equal. Yep, weird stuff. But if you want to confuse people, sure. Although I feel like sometimes just throwing an emoji into a variable name or somewhere would actually make sense. Something like, you know, I guess you could make fire emoji or whatever to represent error or something like that, exception. Yep, and all your exceptions will be just fires. This way you can spot them from far away or something. Or if you prefer to make exceptions as enums, okay, and you have, you know, I know, code 404, right? Code 500 and whatnot. Then you can basically say, whatever, fire this and fire that, or you can just name them that way and you just see where you have that. Status code error or whatever. Nothing's stopping you from doing that, so you can make your code kind of stand out in some spots, but it's really easy to just make it absolutely unreadable. Next one, keywords as identifiers. If a keyword is enclosed in backticks, it loses its keyword property and becomes an ordinary identifier. Examples, var is hello stropping. I guess somebody's surname. So basically we declared a variable named var, but you will always need to use it with those backticks from now on. Type, object is object and it has variable type. Okay. And the same thing with object here of object where the variable type is 9 and we can just make it more convoluted. Yeah, variable var is 42, let is 8, var plus let. You know, the backticks give it away, so it's not the worst.